Hey everyone, welcome back to another weekly Monday live stream. I'm AK, and as you may know, as you may not know, every week I go live and. Sorry, I'm fiddling with my mic. Every week I go live and we talk about game news, and I love to chat with you guys, and we just talk about game stuff in general. So, as always, if you have a comment or a chat, feel free to leave it down below. I love talking to you guys and getting your guys' opinions on stuff. Um, what games are you guys playing this week? Right now, I am hoping that I'm on the final push of Alan Wake 2. It has been a long journey for me, if you know, because I really only play it at like certain times because I don't like playing horror games. Well, I don't know. It's not that I don't play this one at night, but it's just certain times. I have to be in like the certain mood to play the horror game and stuff like that. But it's getting a little bit more difficult, so it's taking a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm on the final push. Um, I hope you guys are all doing good. We have a lot of news today. And don't forget to let me know what games you guys are playing because I'd love to know. So, the first piece of news today. If you guys don't know, I am now a Ubisoft partner. So that's really exciting. So, first, I want to say thank you to Ubisoft because they just sent me the anime trailers for me to show you guys. They just sent me the anime trailers to show you guys. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what's cooking. So here's the first one. So we have a couple different ones. We have one with Naoe, and then we have one with Yasuke. So here's the first one. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I really like the style of the trailer. But this Yasuke one, I really feel like he's just like it's almost giving flashback, from like his former training, and then he's using that to, you know, learn what he has learned throughout the way and stuff like that. So yeah, I think he's just using that to tackle these new enemies. Um, hey Tay, how's it going? But yeah, so then that was the Yasuke one, and then we have a Naoe one, which is right here. So yeah, those are the trailers that got sent over to me. I really think the Naoe one was really cool. It's definitely showcasing her stealth abilities and stuff like that. I love the style of it, and yeah. Are you guys excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows? I know we've been talking about it a lot on my channel. So I'm excited to see what's in store. Ubisoft also just released their trophy list for the game. So we can see a little bit of that. I don't really think it's any spoilers, but it is released if you guys want to take a look at that. And then, they're obviously going to have some of the unknown ones in there for the bigger spoilers and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty cool. We're getting closer and closer to the release dates of this game, so excited to see what's coming, pretty soon. Yeah, it is officially dropping this month, the 20th. The 20th. I will most likely be playing it. I will most likely be streaming it. So keep your eye out for that. I don't want to give a for sure date yet, but I will most likely be streaming it. On the day I get it. But yeah, so pretty exciting news for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Um, Hopefully it will be good. It's all been up in the air with that game, so yeah, I can't wait to see it too. So I'm hoping it's good. But yeah, that's all I have for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Kind of slight, but it's kind of exciting at the same time. On to the next news that we have for this week. So were any of you guys keeping your eye out for the new Wonder Woman game that is coming out? Because we have some news on that. I guess it's being made by Warner Bros., the same people who made Mortal Kombat and a bunch of other games. But unfortunately, we have some sad news involving that. Oh my gosh. Warner Bros. Cancels Wonder Woman game and closes 3 studios. So they have like a quick little video.
Jump right into it. Now, Warner Brothers Discovery is shaking things up on the gaming side as it's being reported by Bloomberg. It'll be canceling the Wonder Woman video game, which was first revealed back in 2021. And not only that, but it'll be shutting down 3 of its studios. Player First Games, the makers of Multiverses, Monolith Productions, the devs who are behind the now canceled Wonder Woman game, and Warner Brothers Games San Diego. This was confirmed in a statement to Kotaku, which reads, quote, "We have had to make some very difficult decisions to structure our development studios and investments around building the best games possible with our key franchises, Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, DC, and Game of Thrones. After careful consideration, we are closing 3 of our development studios, Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and Warner Brothers Games San Diego. This is a strategic change in direction and not a reflection of these teams or the talent that consists within them." It's no surprise WB Discovery decided to cut its losses with the open world action Wonder Woman game. As you may remember, earlier reports this month from Bloomberg, which indicated how difficult it had become for the devs to bring the project to life, citing a lack of clear leadership from anonymous sources close to the project. And this was after supposedly $100 million had already been spent on development. And with the lukewarm reception to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and Multiverses underperforming relative to WB's expectations, despite being well received among fans of those iconic IPs, well, it's no surprise there's cost-cutting measures happening within the gaming division of Warner Brothers Discovery. That's a real shame to see studios like Monolith get shut down. They were founded back in 1994 and were behind Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, which gave birth to the Nemesis system, a gaming mechanic that was so lauded in the industry, WB decided to patent it, successfully doing so in 2021. Now, these shutdowns and cancellations are never a fun thing to report on, but it's unfortunate.
$100 million is crazy, especially just to like cancel the game.
Becoming more.
Just to cancel the game is like crazy, and that's been happening so much. Yeah, that's a lot of money for it to be cut out. Yeah, that's crazy. And Warner Brothers is a really big studio, so it's sad to see that they're closing, considering how big they are in this industry with making like some of the biggest games coming out. And then yeah, Multiverses was canceled, and that just came out last year. It's funny because I was like, a small tidbit about me, I was considering interning from them or for them during my time in college, because they actually have a studio by me, and I loved how they made Mortal Kombat, because Mortal Kombat was just like so fascinating to me when I first got it. Or first seeing it, I should say. Especially like the newer ones, when it started to get like really graphic, it just really like captured my attention in a way. But yeah, so I did hear a little bit about the Wonder Woman game, but again, like not too many people were talking about it, but there was like a niche, little group that was talking about it. So I don't know if they just thought that it was just like disposable, you know? But it sucks for people to work on the games for so long only for it to get shut down and spent all that money. It's really sad to see. Imagine investing all that time to have it canceled. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. It's crazy. But that's we've been talking about this week over week, you know, especially there's been so many cancellations, you know, with PlayStation Studios, and you know, the branches they have off of their, you know, big thing they got going on. They have a lot of smaller studios and stuff like that. So it's just crazy that it's been happening a lot. And I don't know if it's just because, you know, they're making games that just like nobody cares about and they see that. But I don't know, I feel like Wonder Woman would have been fine, especially I guess I just imagine it being like, you know, the Spider-Man games with like in terms of like action and stuff. So I wonder like what would have went wrong for them to want to cancel it. I don't know. We'll never know. But it is crazy. It is crazy. On to the next news. Like I said, we have a good amount of news today, you guys. So I know a lot of you guys are going to be excited about this one. The fan favorite Sims character is finally making an appearance in The Sims 4. Alright. Careful Sims fans, the burglar is back. The burglar, a familiar sight for those of us who spent time with any of the older Sims games, is sneaking back into your life as a part of the latest update for The Sims 4. Rolling out across PC and console, the update reintroduces Robin Banks, which means it's time to hide your valuables. She only strikes at night, usually only sneaking into homes when everyone's asleep, but she has been known to attempt a daring heist even when Sims are awake, so be alert. Why did I don't know why, I never even realized that the burglar person was a girl. I don't know why it just like clicked in my head. But interesting, right? To combat the thief, Sims can make use of the handy burglar alarm. If Banks trips it, the police are guaranteed to turn up in time to arrest her and recover your goods. But even homes without an alarm can call the police. You just have to be quick about it, or there's a vigilante justice, of course. It's your call. This is just so silly. By design, burglar events are fairly unusual, but if you live for chaos, activate Lot Challenge Heist Havoc to boost your odds. We are so thrilled to finally bring back the burglar into the Sims universe. The Sims team wrote, sending a special shout out to our full team for making this a reality. Robin Banks isn't just ready to rob your Sims house. I didn't even know she had a name. Maybe I'm just out of the loop. I don't know. Robin Banks isn't just ready to rob your Sims house. She's here to steal your hearts too. What a better way to celebrate the Sims' 25th birthday than with the nostalgic yet fresh edition. We hope you're as excited as we are to see what kind of chaos Robin Banks will bring to your household. And then, yeah, it's just some Sims information. But that's crazy. I know a lot of people were complaining that this wasn't in The Sims, you know? And it's so funny, but bro, can I tell y'all, when I was like younger, I used to for real get scared when I heard that little that little burglar music coming. I was like, oh, where are they at? Yeah, Robin Banks, that's funny. But I mean, it is kind of cool, but it is weird, like, why are they like now all of a sudden adding it? It's a little, just makes me question, right? Especially, you know what I think it is? You know, we have to be honest. What I really think it is Inzoi's coming out. And I really do. I have been thinking about streaming Inzoi. Possibly. I just have to see when it comes out. But at least for like one time streaming it. But I really feel like it's like Inzoi's coming out and they're like trying to pull out everything in their, you know, little handbag to see like what they can do to revive The Sims. I think they're shivering in their boots a little bit, you guys. I think they're scared. Yeah, you're about to say that. Yeah, I really think that's what it is, because they have been releasing a few stuff. Like, they've been in the news a few times just since the start of this year. I was just thinking, like, I've been reporting them a lot. Because what was it recently? They just came out with something recently. I forgot what it was. But I know they did come out with, like, a business pack. Oh, yeah, they re-released the Sims 1 and 2. And that's, like, people's favorite. Like, a lot of people really like the first and the second Sims, so they re-released that. And people were, like, so excited about it. But I've heard mixed things about the re-release. Like, it's kind of glitchy, and it doesn't have, like, all the stuff that you would like to have in the Sims games, or that was in the Sims games prior. But it is, they're trying everything, y'all. They're trying everything, 100%. And because game number 5 isn't really doing well, last time I heard, yeah, I don't know when they're gonna come out with the new game, but EA is shivering. I'm telling you. Yeah, Inzoi is really realistic. That's why I do want to try and stream it when it comes out. That game does look crazy, and it's open world. Like, are you kidding me? Sims could never. I almost feel like The Sims is like, I feel like they had an idea in mind and they were like working on it, but then I feel like they might have heard of like Inzoi or something, and I feel like they scrapped it. Because imagine they come out with like a game and it's not as good. Like, The Sims has been in the game, no pun intended, The Sims has been in the game since like a long time, like 2000, I think, off the top of my head. I think they've been around since like 2000. They've been here a really long time. And to see another company swoop in and pretty much take it from out of their feet, I think they don't want to see that. So I think what they're gonna do is like take notes from Inzoi and like make their game better. Watch The Sims 5 like not come out for at least another like 5 years or something. Rockstar could take notes from Inzoi for GTA 6. Right now, I think Rockstar is gonna do a really good job at GTA 6. They better, like, they cannot fail GTA 6 with as long as they're taking and so much hype. Like, if they fail GTA 6, like, people are gonna be so mad. Like, GTA 6 is gonna be the biggest game to ever release. I heard so much about, like, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Game 5 was supposed to have open world and multiplayer. Well, yeah, I mean, it would be really good if they did. I don't know if it was The Sims 1 or The Sims 2, but one of them had a spin-off that was, like, online multiplayer. And there's so many, like, you know, cozy simulation games that have multiplayer nowadays. So, I'd be surprised if it didn't have multiplayer. But, yeah, I thought that was some pretty cool news that, came out, because a lot of people have been asking for The Burglar and wondering why it wasn't there. So it's really exciting to see that they are listening, but I really think it is because they're just scared. They're just scared, and that's why they're pulling everything out of their hat to try and make it work. But yeah. Alright, on to the next news. This one is kind of bigger news. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up at all with the game Fragpunk. I was debating if I wanted to do a video on this or just talk about it in my live and then possibly make it into a video later. I don't know. Because the game isn't really like that big, but I personally just thought it looked cool. But yeah, I want to show you guys the trailer for it, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit, what it's about and stuff like that. And as always, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions of it if you have any.
Yo! Hate rules? Break Fragpunk's here to spice them up. We're the 5v5 FPS that lets you bend the rules with cards. Cards can literally do anything. They can beef you up. They can change the weather. They even interact with each other. So you can blast people up even more. Or find foes when they try to be sneaky. Crush them with massive force. But remember, they've got tricks of their own. If you're down on luck, then you better have a good team with you. Game is ever too close to call, then be ready to duke it out one-on-one till the last one stands. Bend the rules in Fragpunk!
Yeah. So, Fragpunk, what it is, it's an upcoming, hero shooter that it's a really well-known concept, and that's why I was like, I don't know if I want to make a full video of it, because it is, like something that we've seen before, but it did catch my eye a little bit just due to the like card mechanics and stuff like that. So what it is like it kind of changes the game with each round, which I thought was a little interesting. Game-changing modifiers, I guess you could say, and these can change the weather, give your team like double jump abilities, stop enemies from healing, and let your team pretty much like respond to zombies and cover bomb sites and stuff like that. And it has like simple attack and defend formats that's pretty popular nowadays, and each character, they're called like Lancers, and they each have like, a specific ability. So the abilities, let me see. You're tired of these futuristic shooters? Yeah, it does. It is happening a lot. It is happening a lot. So these are like the characters. So you have Axon, who has like a guitar, which is also a shotgun. Broker, financial genius. I don't really know how that's gonna play into the shooter aspect, but hey. Corona, which is a former decorated warrior. I don't know. I think the only thing that really sticks out to me is the card mechanic and the what's it called? The really vibrant colors. I think just caught my eye. It is free to play. Which is good because we know that PlayStation tried to come out with the shooter of their own and it wasn't free to play. And it got pretty much blacklisted. So that is one decent thing about this game, right? But there are a lot of characters: Jaguar, High Tech, Electronic Trap, Master, Bounty Hunter, stuff like that. It is a decent amount of characters. I think I counted like at least 13 or something. But yeah, it is free to play, and it has a battle pass for $9.99. But it also has but it also has like other microtransactions. Financial genius, see, they're just doing anything. Yeah. But for it to be free to play, I would try it. I would at least give it a try. It's coming out on PS5, Xbox, and PC. But in my opinion, it is a bit overdone. I think that it's they said they're competing with CS2. A lot of people thinks that it's more so in line with like Valorant, and I do kind of agree. I think it does give Valorant a lot. But yeah, for free, I don't know. What's that saying? If it's for free, it's for me. The graphics in the character looks and remind you of Arcane and Badlands. If I could gotten a Borderlands, you might be thinking of, because yeah, I could see that. It is copy and paste. It is. I do wish that they would come out with more like story games recently, because we really haven't gotten a lot of like good story games, especially last year. Did we get any good story games last year? I don't think we did. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I feel like the biggest games we got were like Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, if you want to consider that a good story game. We didn't really get a lot of good story games. I'm hoping that this year there will be a lot more like good story games though coming out, because we have like Ghost of Yodi, we have Assassin's Creed Shadows, which will be coming out. I thought I heard that we were also supposed to be getting another Death Stranding. And that's just off the top of my head. So I'm hoping that we get a lot of like more story games. And also, I don't even remember really in the PlayStation Showcase where they showed off a lot of big story games. I know they had to have one. I'm blanking on what it's called though. But I know it had like a monster, so I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Shadows in GTA 6, yeah. And I'm hoping GTA 6, a lot of people think that it'll come out in like October. I kind of think late October, November, because I really think they want to get it out before Christmas. But yeah, we do really need some new games, like real quick and in a hurry. Because I think people are just scared. And like I said, I talk about this almost every week. I think people are just scared to go outside the box. But then they don't realize if they're just making copy and paste of the same games, then nobody's going to want to buy it because we already have one. We already have a Fortnite. We already have a Call of Duty. We already have a Valorant. But right now it seems like GTA 6 is the only game that's going to run the whole year. Yeah. I think people are just waiting for that game. And that's why people are like so scared to even like put out a release date for their game, because they don't want to be in competition with GTA 6. So yeah, I'm really hoping Assassin's Creed Shadows though is going to be good. I really think that we are going to have a good year in gaming this year. And also too, like, don't forget, like, I don't know how much you guys play like retro games, because sometimes I'll dip back into like Sly Cooper or Jak and Daxter. I also I didn't just get the PSP, but I bought like a modded PSP, and I'm just playing old games, you know. I'm playing old games, so yeah, don't forget, go back in your reserves. If you have PlayStation Plus, or what's it called, PlayStation Premium, they have whole catalogs of just like older games that you can play. And honestly, I haven't even finished my backlog of games. I still have to finish Alan Wake. I have to finish Spider-Man 2. What else? I'm still playing Indiana Jones. I think I'm getting close to finishing that one. Yeah. Honestly, what's your guys' favorite console? Mine is PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 2 had some really, really, like, good games, in my opinion. Had some of my favorite games. And the PlayStation 4 just had goated games. Like, we all know, they came out with, like, Uncharted, GTA 5, They have The Last of Us. Um, a bunch of really good games. Red Dead Redemption 2. Uh, Hey, AK, what are your thoughts on this gen being the worst? I love the show, by the way. Thank you so much. No, I really agree. The PS5 is not good. And it really sucks. Like, well, okay, here's my thoughts. I think the system itself is really good. And I really like what they're doing with the haptic feedback and like stuff like that. But games aren't utilizing it. And it sucks. Like, they're coming up with like all these shooters, and the haptic feedback and stuff like that is like good for the shooters, but it's like you can only do it so much, you know. Just like what I was talking about with the Fragpunk game, like it is cool. I think it looks nice, but it is really really overdone, and it's really sad because I was so excited to get my PS5 and stuff like that. But it's sad. I think the PS5 had so much potential only for it to not get any good games. Maybe one. Well, I really like God of War Ragnarok. That's such a really good game. That's my second favorite game, actually, if you guys don't know. God of War Ragnarok. I just love Kratos. My favorite character. God of War Ragnarok's my second favorite game, but Kratos is my favorite character. But yeah, it really is. It sucks to see, and I think it really is because these companies are just like trying to follow the money by copying everybody else. So yeah, that's my thoughts. You want to play the new Indiana Jones games? It's fairly good. The hand-to-hand combat goes crazy. Like, I was really thrown off when I first saw it, but it really reminds me of Uncharted, because even the guy who plays Harrison Ford, the guy who plays Indiana Jones, he played Sam in Uncharted 4. So it really reminds me of Uncharted. It's good. I think it could be better, but it's good. I mean, it's not my favorite game, but it's good. PS2 and PS4. Yeah, good games, or good consoles, I should say. You're not biased to any console, but I really played Xbox the most. I'm new to PlayStation World. It's been years. Yes, Xbox good too. I know a lot of people have, their little back and forwards with the console wars. I've always been the type of person that says, video games are video games. I'm not sure why people feel the need to like make it this battle, because I mean, just like I said, I'm playing Indiana Jones and that's on Xbox. I mean, I think it's on PlayStation. If it's not on PlayStation now, it's going to be coming out on PlayStation really soon. But yeah, I feel like the Xbox or the console wars is very very forced, in my opinion. I think if you're a gamer, you should be open to any type of games. Xbox, PlayStation, PC. Looking back now, the PS catalog aged great. Yeah, it did. And that, honestly, I still play a lot of my PS4 games on my PS5, and that says a lot. Speaking of Indiana Jones, I wish more movie games were made. They need to bring, they used to do, and I know I'm going on like a little tangent, but I like just talking to you guys. I think it's fun. Movie games, they used to do that so much on like the PS2. I remember one of my my favorite games growing up. Well, I don't know if it was one of my favorite, but it's just one that I still remember to this day, and I had to buy it for the PS2. But what was it? Like Fairly Odd Parents Breaking the Rules. They used to like always have games based off of like TV shows and movies and stuff like that. I think now when they do movies based off of games, it can be really hit and miss. But yeah, we don't have a lot of games based off of movies anymore. That's a good point. I haven't seen I haven't seen a lot of them recently. I know they also have that like Minecraft movie coming out, which I know people saying it's hit and miss right now, but you gotta finish the Spider-Man 2 AK. It's really good between Ragnarok. Between that and Ragnarok, which do you like better? Don't be biased, AK. Honest answer. Between Spider-Man 2 and Ragnarok, Ragnarok all day. But I do have to finish Spider-Man 2. I agree. I think even if I did finish Spider-Man 2, it's still gonna be Ragnarok. I love God of War Ragnarok. I love that game. It was Scooby-Doo games for me. I never played the Scooby-Doo games. But yeah, I think, what gets it for me for God of War Ragnarok, it's the story. Kratos I don't want to give any spoilers for you guys if you haven't played it, but if you've played, even if you did play like the newer ones from 2018, and then the Ragnarok one, Kratos has such a big shift in character. And then I loved it so much, I went back to play the original God of War games that came out in like the 2000s. And I just love it. I love them. And I don't know if Spider-Man 2 will ever really compete with that, to be honest. So that's my answer. But yes, guys. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Yeah. What are you talking about? You have to play Spider-Man or God of War, a different game. But I'm going to move on to the next piece of news. So I don't know how big of fans of I don't know how much you guys like the PlayStation VR, the first or the second one. But if you have been following my channel for a bit, especially when I was doing the upcoming retro podcast, which you're a real one if you were around for that. But especially when I was doing my podcast, I had some thoughts on the PSVR 2 and how expensive it was for what you get as a whole, right? When it released, it was almost $600, which is crazy, especially like after tax. Yeah, dang near $600 for the VR. But the problem is that it's cool and it's a decent console, but with very limited games, right? And you also have to tether your PSVR 2 to the PlayStation 5. So you have to have a PlayStation 5 in order to play the PSVR 2. So if you're gonna take your PSVR 2 to another place or something like that, you would also have to bring your PS5. So that's the thing that was holding it back, like the console itself, that it was so expensive. But PlayStation VR 2 is getting a price reduction worldwide in March. So, announced in the PlayStation blog, the PSVR 2 will now start at a new retail price of $399. And for those want I don't know what the heck that is, to purchase Call of Duty Mountain Bundle. So yeah, it comes with other bundles and stuff like that. But yeah, it's getting cut a good amount. So yeah, like they said, announced in November 2022, the PSVR 2 started at $549.99. You can't forget the cents. Which was considered a hefty price at the time for a limited amount of games, and you need to purchase the PS5. So if you wanted just the PSVR 2, you would have to get the PS5. So you're gonna walk out spending over a good $1,000, and that's if you bought it at market price, because a lot of the times people would hike up the price. So you're gonna be spending a good amount of money if you want to play the PSVR 2. $600 is crazy. I'm mad they messed up the PSVR. It could have been way better and wanted to get into VR 2, but how much? Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, PlayStation points out that PSVR 2's catalogs of games is now much better, now more than ever, with recently released hits like Alien, Rogue, Incursion, Skydance, Behemoth, and Metro Awakening VR, an exciting game launching, including Aces of Thunder, Dreams of Another, Hitman, World of Assassin, which I'm interested about because that's another one of my favorite franchises is the Hitman series. I don't have a favorite one, but I really do like Hitman. It's one of my favorite games. I would say top 10. I don't know if I'd say top 5, but top 10. I really like not Assassins. Hitman. And the Midnight Walk. It's never been better to jump into the action with the PSVR 2. Using PlayStation VR 2 PC adapter, players will also have access to browse, buy, and play thousands of virtual reality games on Steam. So yeah, that's pretty big news considering how much it was at first. Cause I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I did not buy that PSVR 2. Honestly, I probably won't buy it now, to be honest. Just because it's still a lot of money and you get like a handful of games. If I was gonna buy anything, I'd probably buy the Meta Quest. And I would really even think about that because sometimes VRs like make me nauseous. So it has to be like a really good VR for me to even consider buying a VR. But I think it's pretty cool that they're cutting the price. You would love to see me play Hitman? For real? I'd play it. I love that game. I pretty much beat all of them in the what's it called? Like the rebooted one or like the newest trilogy. Right now I'm playing, I kind of play like off and on, but I'm playing like the like DLC. I bought the DLC. It's really fun. It is a little bit difficult though, so if I did stream it and I had y'all to help, maybe that'd be fun. I really am considering streaming. I have to figure out the details and iron out the kinks in it and stuff like that, and I probably will eventually start doing it. You don't think we're missing anything in the PSVR as of late? Nah, I don't think so either. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I don't think it's worth it. Even if they did cut it like a couple $100, really not even a couple hundred. It's like $150, a little over $150 they cut it. What's my favorite Hitman game? I don't know if I really have a favorite Hitman game, to be honest, because I don't know, because I really just like the newest trilogy, and to be honest, they all are like the same with different like stories to them, or just it all just leads up to the same story. So I would just say the newest trilogy. I haven't really played too much of the older ones, which I probably should, because I've heard a lot of good things about it. VR is a dumb expense. I usually just play VR if like somebody else has a VR. I'll try it out. And I think it's fun to play, but I don't know if I'd buy one myself unless like I really had the money to and I just wanted one. What's my favorite gaming series all time? I know you said Hitman, God of War, but what else? Ghost of Tsushima. I really like that game. Sorry if I butchered it. Red Dead Redemption 2 is my favorite game. What else off the top of my head? Jak and Daxter, another favorite. I think that's my third favorite game. I really like Jak and Daxter. I wish I could show you guys, but I have like right above my head, I have a bunch of Jak and Daxter posters. I have some posters up there of like all my favorite games. You got Sly Cooper, Hitman's right there. You got That's the Last of Us, Red Dead Redemption. Yeah. Spyro. I got a Spyro thing back there. I got a lot of favorite games from throughout the years. I've been a gamer my whole life. So I have a lot of favorite games. Blood Money, I haven't played that game either. I have heard a lot about it though. I've been trying to get like more like Xbox Game Pass, and I'm kind of taking a break on PlayStation Plus right now, but I have Xbox Game Pass and I'm trying to get to play like as many games on there as I can. Yeah, I love Jak and Daxter. I grew up playing Jak and Daxter. Sly Cooper. Um, I played Crash Bandicoot. Not my favorite game. I know that's a very controversial statement. um, but yeah, I I really got my start with the PlayStation 2. I did play some PlayStation 1, but I really got my start in PlayStation 2 in those games. San Andreas, I played that when I was younger, which I probably shouldn't have, but I did. My background is so fire. Thank you. I try hard. But yeah. Yeah, a lot of people like Crash Bandicoot, but to be honest, to me, it was rage bait. Well, I don't know if you want to say rage bait, but I got too mad at that game. I got way too mad at that game. Oh, another shout out for one of my favorite games, notable mention, Uncharted. I love the Uncharted series. The Uncharted series was what made me want to get into a career of games, if that makes sense. Like, at first I wanted to make games, and that's why I went to school for making games, but then I kind of was like, this isn't for me. So now I'm into talking about games. So yeah, Uncharted was actually the game that got me into this field. So I have to give it credit. But yeah, so on to the last little bit of news. 1 second. Just gotta bring this over. If you guys have heard anything about Fable, I've heard a lot of people like really like this game, and then I've heard like nobody talk about it at the same time. But I looked at it; it doesn't really look bad. So I'm gonna just play this and just tell you guys what happened. You know what? Older games don't get talked about enough. 007 and Donkey Kong. Bruh, I love Donkey Kong. I love Donkey Kong. He's kind of underrated. And this is kind of random, but what's your guys' favorite or go-to Mario Party or Mario Kart character? I know y'all probably gonna hate me for mine, but mine is Luigi, because I like to be different. But I'd like to know what you guys' are while I talk about Fable. But yeah, mine is Luigi. So, Fable delayed to 2026. Microsoft revealed brand new pre-alpha gameplay. So, this is Fable, what I have going on. I think it looks really good. But Fable is the upcoming reboot of the Xbox franchise, made famous by the now I've never heard the studio. It's called Defunct Lionhead Studios. It's in the works at UK Studio Playground, which is known for the much loved Forza Horizon series and, you know, the driving games and stuff like that. So yeah, it's getting pushed back to 2026, and a lot of people are mad about it. I'm kind of indifferent about it because it is another story game. We are getting a lot of games out this year, so I think they kind of were just like, oh, we don't want to compete with, you know, other games that's coming out this year, so they pushed it back. But yeah, this article says, in the same breath as announcing the delay, Microsoft revealed 50 seconds of a brand new pre-alpha gameplay showing Fable content, and this is pretty much what that is. But yeah, Fable is getting pushed back. I don't know if any of you guys have been keeping your eye out for this game. I kind of want to hear a little bit of it. I don't know if I want to watch the whole thing.
The most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there. Make the most.
We've been getting a lot of like medieval games recently too.
You know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, side, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the
So
wrong
this game was
choices.
announced in 2020.
Humphrey. She's back.
Yeah, another medieval game coming out. I know we've been looking at a few medieval games. You don't have a favorite Mario character? You're tired of the medieval games too. Yeah, but I think I talked about this before on my live stream. Have you guys ever played A Plague's Tale? That's a really good game too. A Plague's Tale is a really good like medieval type game. Oh yeah, that's the other medieval game that I was talking about. It just came out. What was it? I have it like in my head, but I can't think of what it's called. But it was really popular when it first came out. If I could find it. I don't want to take too long trying to find it. Oh yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That game just came out. Yeah, we have been getting a lot of medieval games and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a little bit of news. Well, a lot of bit of news that I have for you guys today. What do you guys think about it? I think a lot of mid stuff. It was good that we did get to see the Ubisoft trailers. I think it is pretty much confirming that it is coming out on the 20th. That's a few weeks away. And like I said, I should be playing that for you guys. I'm hoping to stream it when I get it. So, that should be really fun. Was old 2000s you would have loved to see come back? What would I love to see come back? I don't know. Well, I would want to say Jak and Daxter, but you know, I feel like they would ruin it for real, like, and it'd make me mad. So it's like I kind of want to leave greatness in the past, but I'm trying to think. They already rebooted Spyro, Crash, Ratchet and Clank. I feel like I would like to see Sly Cooper come back. Yeah, I'd like to see Sly Cooper come back. I think they could do it. But it would have to be really good. But I would really like to see Sly Cooper come back. I think it's a mascot game that would be easy to bring back, just like it was easy to bring back Ratchet and Clank, Spyro, Crash. I think it'd be really good. And I would say Jak and Daxter, but I like that game too much for them to ruin it. Like, I'd be so mad. So I would say Jak and Daxter, but only if they did good. Like, I'm gonna have to be in there with them for real. To make sure that it was good. Yeah. But yeah, what games would you guys want to see come back? I think those are my games. I mean, and there's a bunch of games that I'd want to see sequels to. That didn't come out in the 2000s. But like, obviously I want to see another Red Dead Redemption 2. They need to hurry up and bring out this GTA. It's crazy because they used to bring out GTAs like every other year. You should play Jak and Daxter. It's on the PlayStation Premium thing, I think, now. I also really like the Daxter spinoff that was on PSP. But yeah. Oh, Def Jam, yeah. I've heard a lot of people talk about that too. A lot of people have talked about that. Fight for New York went crazy. Yeah. Alright, you guys. It was a really good stream today. I hope you guys all enjoyed. And I hope you'll be back next week. Same time, same place. This week I'm coming out with a Assassin's Creed Before You Buy. So that should be exciting. You notice my games are very story heavy. Yeah, that's my favorite types of games. I do like Rainbow Six Siege. That's a shooter. I really like Rainbow Six Siege. I play that a lot. I'm trying to think if I like any other types of games. I mean, but I don't know. My favorite games are definitely story driven. I do like shooters though too. Yeah, I'll catch you guys next week. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.